Valley Club, what are the best characters, if any, to take to ISO-8 Blue level 5 right now? We got our picks for you in this video. Also, our updated picks for Dark Dimension 6. Now that we have some experience in the game mode, some new characters have been added. What are the best recommendations to take into Dark Dimension 6 right now? And there's more disrespect given to the Wakandans. What has happened this past weekend? We're going to discuss that and the rest of your mailbag questions because it is Monday. So if you're ready for that Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend. In this video, we are going to give you the best picks for ISO-8 Blue level 5, the best picks for Dark Dimension, and it is Mailbag Monday, so we're answering all of your questions from the mailbag. But if it's your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Usually there's a lot more. We got question and answer videos like this, news videos, gameplay videos, reveal videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. And our first topic of the day is about the massive disrespect giving back to the Wakandans. Comes from Reddit. This post here. Chaos Theory is pathetic now. Old free rewards for recurring events and daily events really need to be updated. Yeah, they were supposed to be updating that back, I believe, in update 7.1, giving us more origin challenges. That didn't take place. But yeah, neither has any Block Party or Chaos Theory or any of our monthly events. They need to be updated as well. Nor is that more obvious than Chaos Theory. But this Reddit user says it's nice to see Wakandans moving back to their traditional, mostly useless, worst Apex team ever. And you may remember how bad they were. They were supposed to be the premier raid team. Well, they kind of sucked in the raids when they were released. Then they got a rework to be used in war. They're still actually pretty good in war. Then they got this event, Chaos Theory, that we could get all these gold and silver promo credits, which at the time were very, very valuable. Nowadays, not as much. So their big value for Chaos Theory is kind of gone. They're still okay in war, but their main value that I had for them for a long time in Cosmic Crucible is kind of going away. They were a part of my top 6 Cosmic Crucible defense. Now they're not even my top 6 Cosmic Crucible offense. I mainly use them as a cleanup team in case one of my main teams can't get there. So yeah, they are losing a lot of value, and a lot of that is because of this Chaos Theory. So I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of these silver promo credits. Every single one of my tunes that are not upgraded with dark promo credits and are in this Red Star store, they're at least at 5 red stars at this point. So the only thing I need these silver promo credits for are for brand new characters. They're kind of useless at this point, and that's kind of sad because they were so good for so long. Will there ever be a use for silver promo credits that keep piling up? And I think the answer is no. I think it is obvious that a brand new progression system is coming now. We've been speculating about this for months, and we've been getting a lot more recently of these gold, silver promo credits, even more dark promo credits, and their abundance in these passes. And that follows the playbook for Scopely, because normally what they do before they make something available free to play, they bring it very, very cheap in a store, and that's kind of what they're doing with these dark promo credits, make it very, very cheap in the current battle pass. And later on, I think it's going to be widely available because the new progression system is coming. What do you want to see from a new progression system? What are your big fears are from a new progression system? And what is going to happen to these silver promo credits when a new progression system does come to Marvel Strike Force? Are they just going to be like green and purple gear, or are they going to have some kind of use added later? New players redeem promo code Gambit. You can get 100 Gambit shards, 500 power cores, 5 premium orbs, and it is all for free if you're a new player though, and I'm not sure what the cutoff is exactly. I've heard players that are playing the game for only 3 months aren't able to use these new player codes. Now, if you want to test this out, what you can do, you can go to your roster section on marvelstrikeforce.com, come down to this new player gift here, click on this, and you can enter your code. Now, we've already entered a Gambit code and it does not work. Obviously, I'm not a new player, but I'm playing for 5+ years now. So let me know if this works for you. And if it does work for you, let me know when you started playing, because it's never been officially announced how long you need to be playing in order to get this new player gift. And last but not least, before we get to the mailbag questions this week, Dark Dimension 6. My picks have changed since we initially got in. This is who I am picking right now for Global. Now, Apocalypse, I think, is a must-have character. Obviously, if you don't have them because you haven't been through the Apocalypse sagas, then bring in somebody else. But if you've already been through the Apocalypse sagas, you're close to getting through this. Apocalypse is a needed character. Very necessary for Global. Very necessary for this Legendary or Apocalypse section at the end. It's going to be very, very painful without him here. Quicksilver. I wasn't sure about bringing Quicksilver because of the rest of my my Mystic pieces. I've actually changed my mind and decided to bring him in. He is an expensive character, but he's going to have a lot more use after this than some other characters that I was thinking of bringing in beforehand. So Quicksilver. Nemesis was one of my mistakes that I made initially. We would have probably already had our Apocalypse and been through global if we brought Apocalypse instead of Nemesis. I made a mistake in thinking that the mutant gear pieces would take longer than the origin pieces. Well, we got the origin piece pretty quickly. We're still short of all these mystic pieces. So this was a little mistake. Doom may have been a mistake as well because he's a very expensive character. He takes tech and skill gear. We could have had a few other characters there, but yeah, so we've already done that very early on. So we have to live with that Doom choice. Probably not the choice that I would make nowadays, but Captain America, cheaper character, is part of that rebirth team, so needed in the raids right now. But because they're one of the first teams for the incursion raids, are probably going to be one of the first teams replaced whenever these incursion raids get replaced. Cosmic, we've had Val done for a while, we've had Kestrel done for a while, and Photon. We do need one more piece for Kang, and the last Cosmic character I'm not decided yet. I was thinking of Ravager Stitcher earlier this morning, thinking of Star-Lord Annihilation earlier a few weeks ago. Still not sure right now, so still looking for that fit there. Maybe I'm gonna wait till a new character comes out. Also City. I think the must-have characters are gonna be Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes and Miss Marvel Hard Light. Other characters I'm thinking of bringing in are Gwenpool right now because we already have her pretty big. I do like the new Warrior team. They're very valuable in Cosmic Crucible, so thinking of bringing her in. Shang-Chi is kind of a plug-and-play character at this point. Doesn't really have a solid team except for Heroes for Hire on War Defense, and if you're in those Gamma raids as well. So thinking of bringing him. I think he's going to be very good in Dark Dimension. Maybe not have a lot of use outside of that. And as far as this legendary section, I think Nova, Black Cat are no-brainers. They're two of the better characters in the game. They're the most recent legendary, so they're going to have the best stats. Omega Red is also a good choice, but he is a mutant, and we're still looking for some more mutant pieces for Apocalypse, just a few more. We're almost done with Apocalypse, but after Apocalypse, we have Miss Marvel, Hard Light, and I was actually thinking of bringing Firestar in here, which also takes mutant pieces, so maybe Omega Red would be a good choice, maybe not, or maybe we wait on his City. But as far as value in the game right now, Omega Red has a lot of plug-and-play value in Cosmic Crucible, as some good value in War still on that Weapon X team, and from what I'm hearing is very good in these modes here. Nick Fury is another character that I want to bring in. Yes, he's a very expensive character, one of the more expensive legendaries to build up, but because he's on Invaders right now, I don't think they're going to be the first team replaced in the next incursion raid, so I think we still have some time for the Invaders to shine. So I think you're going to get a little extra value with Nick Fury if you bring him up right now, at least for now. Down the road, when the Invaders get replaced, maybe not so much. As far as Cosmic to round out this squad, well, there's a few characters that I was thinking of taking in. Obviously, if gear wasn't an issue, Dormammu would be a great choice. Hela would be a great choice. Both of those have a lot of value, but gear is an issue. So probably going to bring one of these cheaper characters in, like Deathpool or Cersei. They do take Mystic Gear, so that could be a limitation there. Star-Lord Annihilation does take skill gear. Ravager Stitcher doesn't take a lot of gear, so those are also some considerations that I was thinking of earlier this week, but not sure who I'm going to take in right now. Maybe waiting till the last minute and taking in a newer character. As far as options at City, there's a few characters that I was thinking of taking in. First choice would probably be Firestar. If I have the mutant gear, that is a big limitation because of the other great characters that take that mutant gear, like Miss Marvel, Hard Light, and Apocalypse, and Omega Red. But if I have the mutant gear, she probably would be my fourth choice, not Nemesis. We probably would have to do the gear right now if we didn't do Nemesis. Another character that I think is great to build, to bring in Big Time Spider-Man. Although with Big Time Spider-Man, the reason I was bringing him in, he has that arena value, but you don't need to build him up very big for arena. Other argument against Big Time Spider-Man would be that he takes Chromium, which also is used by Archangel, Quicksilver. If you're thinking of taking one of those characters in, then that they need that Chromium as well. If you are someone that's building up your zombie Iron Man, which I don't think is necessary, he does take that Chromium as well. We have Ronin here as well. That looks like a good choice. He's going to be the character to unlock one of the next legendary characters, and he is one of the new Avengers, part of that War Defense, that War meta. Only argument against him would be that he takes Osmium. Same thing like Gambit, Val, Morgan Le Fay, Nova, Infinity War Iron Man. So probably wouldn't be building up Ronin too much. All right, first question of the week is related to Dark Dimension 6 as well. Hey, Valley, who would you consider best upgrade for Dark Dimension 6, Tigra or Titania? Neither, but in the context of this question, you already have Apocalypse done, Quicksilver done, Captain America already done. I don't think it really matters who your second and third or your fourth and fifth characters are. That's such a strong first and second characters that the rest of them don't really matter. But all right, Titania used in Cosmic Crucible and Nova. You already have Nova at 7 stars, so that's probably not a consideration for you. Tigra is for War and the next legendary. So let's go take a look at their stats. Let's take a look at their abilities. And the first character to look at is Tigra, and she has a pretty good basic here. Does some damage, has some bleeds, chaining with some bleeds as well. Has some evades to give her more survivability. Long cooldown on her special, long cooldown on her ultimate, which is kind of a big argument for Dark Dimension 6 against her. Just some good damage, rebound chain, applying bleeds, all this stuff is good, but the enemies in Dark Dimension 6 are gonna have a high health pool. So even though these stats look good, 300% piercing, lots of bleeds, it might not do a lot of actual damage. Big AoE attack as well, clearing out immunity. I do like this kit. I think just based on the kits and not considering the cooldowns, I think just the kits, Tigra is a little better than Titania for Dark Dimension 6. This passive, not that great. Spawn 2 evades, random new Avenger allies. You're probably not going to be building a lot of new Avengers for this game mode as well. Taking a look at Titania, her basic doesn't do much in Dark Dimension. She's going to do an attack at the primary target and clearing a negative effect from herself. She has a 4-turn cooldown on her special, 4-turn cooldown on her ultimate, and just for that, maybe a little better than Tigra. But as far as what she does, attacking the primary target for some damage, removing negative effects from self, and clearing positive effects from the primary target. Her ultimate is gonna attack the primary target, give ability block disrupted, and get some extra focus as well. And she does a few good things for Master of Evil, especially in Cosmic Crucible, but not too many things for Dark Dimension. But I think the big consideration are going to be what gear they take. So if we go to the gear, as far as what Tigra needs, well, she needs augmented carbonadium as your unique. Same thing as Omega Red. So if you're thinking of taking Omega Red into that legendary section, and you don't have a lot of this stuff, you may want to hold off on Tigra. Titania takes a little different unique, and this is Ballistic Weave. This is going to be the same unique as a character like Rogue or Firestar. So if you're thinking of taking Firestar into that city section like I am, you may want to hold off on Titania. Rogue also takes Ballistic Weave. Rogue probably isn't a great choice for Dark Dimension 6 because you can kind of double up on those legendary characters in that non-horseman section and that horseman section legendary. So you may not want to build up Rogue for Gear 18 for Dark Dimension 6, but you may want to take in Firestar. So I think it's going to come down to whatever mini unique you need less. ValleyFlyin, I am 10 characters away from getting Baby Apocalypse. Is he still worth getting, or do you think he will fall off soon? No, he's not going to fall off soon, and he may not fall off for a while. The Apocalypse Saga was kind of their updated version last year for the Dark Dimensions. And if we look at our previous Dark Dimension characters like Dormammu, like Doom, even all the way back to Ultron, it took him way long to fall off before he got his rework with the Masters of Evil. So yeah, he's not going to fall off for a while. He's still worth getting, and he's going to help you in Dark Dimension 6. He's going to help you in Arena. Get him. He's still one of the best characters in the game. Morning Valley, can you bring Monguli on for a weekly news update? He's a new CC. I think you would have a great time. Possibly. Normally with a news update, it's a longer video. It's about an hour normally. So normally I would like to work with a content creator for a normal size video, about 10 minutes or so before we do a longer video, just to make sure we have that vibe, that chemistry. There's a lot of great content creators out there, but for the weekly news update, I would like to have like a vibe with a person so we can have a good conversation and it's not just like a yes or no question, but possibly. Moogly, if you are interested, let me know, send me a DM and I'll check out certain content and maybe we could do something together, but yeah, possibly. I'm not sure yet. Hey, Valley, what are your thoughts on the Black Order rework and why does Thanos not have a new tag from his rework team? So he never had his tag from that team. He was kind of the leader of the Black Order, and then the Black Order was kind of his team. It's always been a weird thing when I'm trying to sort for that team, though. So I wish they would give him that tag just so when I sort Black Order, I could have 5 members of the team instead of 4, and then I have to sort for Thanos a little differently. I would just like to have that team have a sort option or something like that, but as far as the Black Order rework, now what we saw on the test server with this team, they were not very good. They were not able to beat a lot of the teams on defense, and I think a lot of that, they did update their kits, but they didn't upgrade the stats that they were supposed to get, all the stat boosts. So when we played with them on a test server, they were not performing as they are right now in the game. And in the game, they're a great team in War. They're probably a top 10 offense team, they're very, very good. They could take a lot of the newer teams and newer meta teams. They're probably in that 5 to 10 range as far as offense teams, and probably in there as far as defense as well. But yeah, they're a good team, and they got a little bit better for that. All right, last question. I have a question. What toons I need to bring to ISO Blue 5 after getting a big boy apocalypse? None. There's no toons that you need to build up for ISO 5, except for the toons that you're taking into Apocalypse Saga. That's the only content in the game right now that has ISO 8 Blue level 5 as a requirement. So no raids, there's no other dark dimensions, there's no other content that I'm aware of that has that as a requirement. So as far as what you need to build up, none. Just build up your toons, and probably the best advice would be to hoard your ISO 5 for whenever that is a requirement, start to build up your characters. But I know you're asking this question because you want to get some benefit for your characters right now, and what characters would be worthy of getting that benefit right now. I think the first few characters that are worth it are going to be these Secret Defenders. Not all the Secret Defenders, but in particular Black Cat, Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes, and Miss Marvel Hardlight. They are the Arena Triumvirate right now. Arena is pretty much made up of those 3 characters and 2 others. Usually it's Apocalypse, maybe Super-Skrull, maybe Quicksilver, maybe Big Time Spider-Man, depending if you're on offense or defense, but or maybe even Photon if on defense as well. But these 3 and then 2 other characters. Now, Photon is a good character. I wouldn't say this is like a necessary character because, yes, I do use her on Arena Defense. I use her on War, but you may not need that ISO 8.5 for that as well. So she's more of a luxury character, but these 3, I think, are the first tier of characters to put your ISO 5 on. Kang is another character that is a great candidate for ISO 5. I don't have him at 5 yet, but I do have him hearted because I am farming that ISO Blue right now. He's going to be my next character to take up to ISO 5. And Val's another great choice for ISO Blue level 5, whether you're using the raids or in Room 2 of Cosmic Crucible or in Dark Dimension 6. Great character, and you're going to get a lot of benefit from the bigger Val. Quicksilver is another great character for ISO Blue level 5, whether you're using him as a 5th in Arena or using him on a hybrid team in Crucible, or using him in another game mode, maybe Dark Dimension. He's going to give you a lot of benefits. So yes, great candidate for ISO Blue level 5. And the last of the characters that I would recommend taking up to ISO 5 Blue is Nova. Great in War, great in Cosmic Crucible, does a lot of damage. If you're taking this character up to Dark Dimension 6 as well, gonna give you a lot of value there. So Nova, great choice for ISO Blue level 5. So that's it for this edition of the Monday Mailbag. Thanks to each and every one of you that left a question on the mailbag. If you want to leave a question for one of these future videos, we do these every week. Make sure you do join the Discord. The link is down below, and go to the mailbag channel on the Discord server and leave your question there. Hopefully have a great rest of your day. Hopefully this video does help you. If it did help you, leave it a like. It is free for you, and it does support the channel. And if you want to check out what are the best teams to use in Arena right now, make sure you check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk Fist Bump ValleyFlyin out.